News Broadcast 24.
We are going to talk about US election. This news will be presented by
Marifer Rivas, Rodrigo Chong, Daniela Rivas, Monserrat González, and me, Fernanda León.
There have been many campaigns for presidential and vice-presidential nominee, but we decided to talk about the two most impacting campaigns, Hillary Clinton versus Donald Trump. Before we begin, let's tell a brief about the current president of the United States. Barack Obama is the 44th president of the United States. He is the first African American to hold the office. When he was president for the first period, he ran again for next 4 years, and he won again. He belonged of the Democratic Party with Joe Biden as his vice president. Hillary Diane Rodham Clinton, former U.S. Secretary of the State, is the nominee of the Democratic Party for the President of the United States in 2016 election, with the U.S. Senator Tim Kaine as vice-presidential nominee. On the other hand is Donald John Trump, is the nominee of the Republican Party of President of the United States in 2016, with the Governor Mike Pence as his vice-president.
Nominees' points of view in important issues. Let's start with the first issue about abortion must stop. Trump said that Planned Parenthood is an important abort, but it must stop. And Hillary Clinton said that abortion is about women's rights. Second issue, civil rights. Trump doesn't feel comfort with the same-sex marriage, but Hillary Clinton says that it's a personally and as a law.
Third issue, economy. Trump wants to bring back jobs from China and Mexico and make the economy dynamic. But Hillary thinks that stimulus is better than market recovery. Fourth issue, education. Trump thinks that they spend more money on students than any other country. And Hillary wants to teach the Bible as history and literature, not as science and religion.
From what we have researched, we guess that Hillary Clinton is going to win because of the polls, and she supports all regardless of appearance, beliefs, among other things. We put two maps. The first map shows us the electoral map situation on December 2015. It shows that the states that vote for Donald Trump and will vote for Hillary Clinton. It also includes the swing states. This map is based on general matchup polls from each state, Donald Trump versus Hillary Clinton. And the second map is based on occurring general polling on 2012, general election results. If today's general election polling holds true, Hillary Clinton will easily defeat Donald Trump.
The situation is very competitive right now. The actual winner in the election is Hillary Clinton, with a 44.4% of the votes, and Donald Trump with a 42%. It is very hard competition because it will replace Barack Obama, and most of the people say that he did a very good job. The elections they will be in November 8. On this chart, we can see that Hillary Clinton has a very good streak against Donald Trump. Over the months, we can say that the people supports both of them. This is not a big disadvantage because we can infer that both of them propose some good ideas and capture in the ratings, and they have almost the same numbers. On this competition has been decided by polls, and they are done by states. Some of them were under Jeopardy, in which they change month by month. At the beginning, Trump's polls were just 0.2% higher than Clinton polls, but she was improving, and one time she almost reached to double it. Bernie Sanders, the other Democratic Socialist competitor, instead of polling against both of them, he decided to poll against Trump. The United States has three principal requirements to become a president?
The first one that you need is to be a natural born citizen. The second one is that you need to be older than 35 years old. And the last one, you have to live at least 14 years in the US before you being a candidate. Although we know the most popular candidates for the United States presidency are Hillary Clinton in the Democratic Party and Donald Jr. Trump in the Republican Party. There are other two candidates whose names Gary Johnson and the Liberation Party and Jill Stein in the Green Party. Actually, there are 538 members of the Electoral College, and a candidate needs to earn 270 votes in the Electoral College for the victory of the United States of American presidency.
This campaign is to cover the American needs. The primary election consists in the preliminary election to select the candidates. It is divided in the Republican side dominated by Trump and the Democratic dominated by Clinton. Each side can select a presidential candidate and a vice presidential candidate. Both of them can have a convention, that is large meeting of members of a political party, and then is a final sprint for elections. So after this is the final decision, the winner has to prepare a victory speech.
Let's say that because of the illness that Hillary Clinton suffered last 9th of September of pneumonia, most of the people can see and have a different point of view than this one, because the supporters of Trump see that this is an advantage. But what we read in the article, we can infer that Trump is having a complete respect for his competence and that he has not used the social media with the purpose of sinking the power of convincing people the other to change side. And this is because the conspiracy theories that because of this major problem that she's having, there's a possibility of dropping candidacy. However, the people who decide that is her. The purpose of this article is to make public the bad condition that the candidate for the presidency, that is Hillary Clinton, can be an obstacle, also warning, proposing the list of possibilities that can happen if she decides to drop out. The steps of procedure the political party takes to decide the new candidate.
In this article, the main message is the emails that Colin Powell sends and replies with his opinion, criticizing both candidates. He shows and says that his account has been hacked by some sort of Russian hackers. The Russians sent racist messages with a blind meaning that was making Trump a bad candidate and showing the bad side of his ideas. They do not know why they, Colin Powell, showed frustration because they linked Clinton's problems with his. Both candidates showed maturity on this incident. They wrote this article to inform that the most of the things posted on Powell's mail are not true, but some of them, as we put, had a double meaning. The town can see this as a common mistake because they, candidates and the people involved in these problems, uses the social media to cover the real message, and sometimes the town accepts the lies as if they were the truth.
This article talks about that Donald Trump decided to share his medical information. The newspaper showed us a video of Trump talking more of this information, and we can see that Mr. Trump's vital signs are normal, but he is slightly overweight. We get that because many experts are interested on Hillary Clinton's pneumonia, Donald Trump wants to show the people how he is good in health conditions to be perfect candidate for presidency. The purpose of the author of this newspaper is to inform the people one of the things that Donald Trump shared us in the television with the Dr. Mehmet Oz.
CNN informed us about what did Donald Trump say last Wednesday about the Oklahoma shooting. We can see in this notice the businessman Trump think that this shooting is because of the democratic government, and the author tries to make emphasis in the campaign of Trump and his phrase, "Make America Great Again." It's good to say that the author didn't take a preference of any side. This article caused controversy of the Democratic people against the Republican ones. Here, it discusses a gender theme, because the US police killed a black man with an apparently no reason. John Cassidy wrote in the New Yorker about the next debate of Hillary Clinton against Donald Trump. The author takes side of Clinton's team because he is constantly saying that if Hillary keeps calm and argue all her campaign purposes and strategies, she definitely will win against Trump. He actually shows argued that can make us think that he is right and Clinton is better than Trump. John also compares different situations where Trump's strategy looks insufficient against Hillary was. Cassidy's purpose is to show us that in some way Clinton's campaign is stronger than Trump's, and also to inform how the debate may get along. Also, the author is writing in favor of Hillary Clinton. He never makes a lack of respect against Donald Trump.
This article said that the Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump assures that he will do more for children and women than Clinton. With this news, the author wants to inform people about the terrible attitudes that Trump is taking with Clinton. He also makes a mockery of it by the well-known infidelities of her husband, and want to invite Jennifer Flowers, a woman that had an adventure with Bill Clinton, to occupy a seat in the first row in the debate. The NYT informed us about the Trump revenge because Clinton had invited Mark Cuban, a billionaire and Trump rival, to the debate, and also informed us about the bad attitude of Trump.
It's about the key moments of the debate between Clinton and Trump. They start talking about debating about the gender and the national security. Then, Trump starts to talk about the nuclear weapons that USA has and the option that they could be used for a war with China. Quickly, Mrs. Clinton criticized Trump, thinking, and she affirmed that they will be in any war, including the war with ISIS. They start debating about Obama's birth, and we think that the topic has no sense in the debate because the reason of the debate was to see the different points of view in some important topic, not in that. All the debate, Trump did not show respect his opponent Clinton and her family. Trump knows that Clinton is a very estimated, well-educated woman, and she knows by life experience these cases of politics because she has been Secretary of the Parliament, Governor, and she had been postulated before for the presidency, and much more. This is a very close situation and a hard decision.
Alicia Machado, a Miss Universe, was mocked by Donald Trump because he criticized this woman and made her feel less just because of their weight, even though she won Miss Universe, and that is not easy to be. Alicia, when she noticed that Trump was criticizing her, she started to make more exercise, and Trump replied with a very soon-sense comment that was, "This is somebody who likes to eat." Mr. Trump said that these two reports that were in the gym where she exercised. This problem was relative in the first presidential debate between Clinton and Trump because Clinton used a very good reclaim, or we can say as a weapon. Mrs. Machado is still affected about this social problem after the situation. She has been in some sort of disorders and psychological problems like anorexia and bulimia, and these are very serious diseases. Knowing her problems, she liked a lot beauty contest, says Hillary Clinton, and she debated about this with Trump and made him look bad in a way that all the citizens can see.
Hillary Clinton's struggle to win millennial voters is immediately clear.
CNN walked around the campus of Greenville in East Carolina state, and they asked students for whom they're gonna vote. Students of that college and many other states of East Carolina are going to vote for Hillary Clinton, and they are making a big campaign in social media, for example, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, and many others. Also, the representative of Clinton said that they are going to grow at 25% of his voters.
Donald Trump is one of the candidates for president of the United States and also is a person who has created a lot of controversy in recent months. He is always excused about his acts and behaviors, and the people is tired. This news is about a video where it shows that the candidate is nothing but a hypocrite person who has no respect for women. There have already been several cases where this guy speaks ill of races, religions, and especially for women. A clear example was the presidential debate where Mr. Trump interrupted several times Hillary Clinton and not respect. It is a person who lacks both respect and common sense, which has so talk about her daughter and good body. This is not what they want to the Americans or the world. A person who is not honest, respectful, and serious cannot be president of that world power. Clinton is leading the poll because of the reveal of the audio recording of the Washington Post that say that Donald Trump boasts about sexual harassing and assaulting women. With this incident called Trump tapes, we can see the real Donald Trump. And how can he affect the politics of the US government in case he turns into president? Clinton is winning with a 45% and have an 82% of chance to win the elections of the presidency. With this, we can notice that Trump has only 18% of chances to win the presidency. On this news that shows the Telegraph poll between the two candidates that are Donald Jr. Trump and Hillary Clinton, it shows that it has been a little bit dominated by Clinton, but Trump seems not giving up. This news shows how the presidency works and shows both sides in each state of the United States, of Republican and Democratic voters and percentage.
In this note, BBC News made public an opinion of Mr. Donald Trump, where he said that the last polls has been reached against him. The author tried to inform us that Trump is defending himself because we all know that Hillary Clinton won the last debates and polls. Also, the BBC News author showed us that Mike Pence, Trump's running mate, and Donald Trump contradict between themselves.
In one side, we have Pence who say that Trump's team will accept the final results of the campaign, but in the other side, we have Donald who accused the government of cheating in the polls. In certain way, this note has been well done because there are no offenses or even a theme that can make controversy of Democrats against Republicans. After investigating a lot of factors about the United States elections for presidency, we can perceive that the ideal company for these job vacancies, it must and can be the best option to elect the president. If we take based on the information we research, our point of view can be that the winner is going to be Hillary Clinton, the Democracy Party candidate. We think this because in the latest polls, Clinton has been superior and in the debates she has given better arguments than Trump. By everything investigated, we can see that the Democratic candidate Hillary Clinton has much more experience than the Republican candidate Donald Trump, because their political actions are very different and the way each side thinks and expresses it can be compared at all. It shows that Hillary, being a very important woman for the United States, has proven respect against one of the most richest and recognized citizens. not because her fame, but because her actions to the citizens of that country.
It's well known that Donald Trump hates Mexicans and most of the Latins, but the United States has a lot of citizens that has family in Latin America or even they came from South America and Central America. Because of this situation, most of the Latinos vote for Donald Trump. By all the critics and comments the Latinos said and use given to Trump, it remarks a lot the great number and potential that the no Americans have over the population in that country.
Even when Donald Trump said that the polls are wrong and people are trying to modify the result just for damage his political campaign, all we know that if the results aren't being in favor of Trump is because his strategies is convincing and the people aren't the correct ones. We researched a little bit aside the elections and we noticed that Donald Trump tried to build up some corporate companies. Some examples are the chain of hotels or an entertainment game called Trump, the game. But most of them he failed by some lack of interest because imagine if he says that he can run a company but in reality he doesn't imagine one of the most important countries in the world. The perspective of Trump as president isn't a good idea because he may cause more homophobia and racism in the country.
The winner is the Republican candidate Donald Trump, who defeated Democratic Hillary Clinton with 279 to 228. All the world gets shocked of this because we all think that Hillary was going to win. The votation day was very exciting because Hillary started winning, but the difference was low.
With the win of Donald Trump as a president, the world will change in all aspects. They will construct a wall with the Mexican frontier. He will expose all the Muslims of the United States. The free trade between North America, called NAFTA, will be modified because Trump has some different ideologies on this.